I'm David Coldry. What I'd like to do is take you through a update from SAP as to what we're doing in terms of two dimensions. One is an exemplar, what we are doing as a company for sustainability. And the second one is what we're doing as an enabler. How are we helping our customers meet their sustainability requirements? So as a quick introduction, as I said, my name is David Coldry. I'm based in Singapore, been there for the last 16 years. And with Wayne Tan, I'm co-leading our sustainability activities in Southeast Asia. So it's been a really great experience, and helping customers and talking to customers about their requirements to help them to be able to meet their sustainability requirements. So let me show you what we're doing. So take it through three parts: a little bit about SAP, what we're doing, a little bit how we can help our customers, how it fits together with our strategy for customers, and then a quick overview of the products that we have available today, as well as some products that are coming in the future. And then in the second presentation, what I'll do is go into this set of products in deeper. So let's have a look as to what SAP is doing. So why is this important? So SAP processes about 77% of the world's business transactions. They touch an SAP system. And so what that means is SAP has a great deal of responsibility because so many business transactions touch an SAP system. And what we see when we look at sustainability, meeting sustainability requirements, many of them are business processes. What we want to be able to do is to record and to be able to report on the activities that an organization is doing from a sustainability perspective. Let me explain a little bit more. So at SAP, we have a purpose. And our purpose is to help the world run better and improve people's lives. And that governs what we do, okay? And from a sustainability perspective, what we're looking to do is to create positive economic, environmental, and social impact within planetary boundaries. And we focus it on two perspectives. One is an exemplar, and one is an enabler. And an exemplar means what we are doing, as an example, what we are doing for ourselves, okay? In our own activities, how we are running SAP. And the second thing is what we're doing as an enabler, how we're helping our customers meet their sustainability requirements. And we're, of course, governed by and use these UN Sustainability Development Goals as a common framework. So what has SAP been doing? So this is a short summary of what we've been doing over the last 10 plus years. But actually, sustainability started at SAP much earlier than this. So in the early 2000s, we were amongst the first 50 companies or 50 organizations that signed up to the UN Global Compact. Okay. And so, but this is so sustainability has been important to us for a long time. But let me show you just a few key points along this journey. So one of the things I'll talk about is our sustainability, our integrated reports, our annual reports. That's a combination of the financial report and the sustainability report into one. So we published our first one in 2019. So the reason that's important is that what we're trying to show is that sustainability is not a department. It's not a thing on the side. It's something integrated into the way we run SAP. And so what we mean there is that we have a business strategy that is sustainable. And so that's why we try to bring this in to show we both have a financial set of results, but we also have an ESG, environment, social, and governance set of results. Okay, a sustainable set of results. The other interesting thing was that from 2014, all our data centers and facilities were powered with 100% renewable energy. And so that means if you're running an SAP cloud product, that means it's running on a data center that's using 100% renewable energy. Okay. The other interesting thing was that earlier this year, we brought forward our plans to be carbon neutral. Originally, it was 2025, but it's now 2023. And part of the result is because of the changes that we brought about because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So SAP's two main carbon-producing activities are business travel and commuting to work. And obviously, there's been almost no business travel and no commuting to work. One of the things that SAP has done is to say, well, it's worked so well with people working from home. Well, let's carry on with that process and give people more choice as to where they want to work and what makes them the most productive. So let's go to the next slide. So this is, again, three things just to have a look in terms of what SAP is doing. So one is our integrated report, as I mentioned. The other is we have an internal dashboard as to what our activities are, and I, as an employee, can go and look at this at any time to get an update of what SAP is doing. And the other interesting thing that SAP is involved in is this Value Balancing Alliance. So we're one of the founding members. And what they're doing there is to look at what is the financial impact of organizations' sustainability activities. And I'll give you an example. So when today we have a training expense, so we trained a group of employees, all that happens from a financial perspective is there's an expense in the profit and loss. Training, it's an expense. There's no recognition that what has happened is that those employees have been trained and so can perform at a higher productivity. And so that benefits the organization going forward. So what this Value Balancing Alliance is doing is taking these activities that organizations do and trying to assign a financial value to them. Because we think that's important to help organizations show that they are increasing the value of that organization by their activities today, and not only that it's an expense. So how can SAP help your organization? So there's three things that companies have decided to start their transformation and start having their sustainability goals. They've then got a baseline, and now they're starting to focus their activities. They're now determining what they want to do, and then they need to report on that and show how this is improving your performance. Okay, and this is the piece that I really want to concentrate on. What you're focusing on, how we can measure those, how we can show that you are contributing there, how the results from that are auditable, so that when you're presenting your results, that we can know that that's really good data. So where does this fit into SAP? So in SAP, we have Intelligent Enterprise. And the Intelligent Enterprise is the overall set of technology that SAP provides to our customers. So it's at the bottom layer here is the business technology platforms. That's the database technology, the IT technology, the interfaces to other technologies and other applications that we know are necessary. Then we have the application layer, and the sustainability is part of the application layer, but it also integrates into the business technology layer. And then we also have experience management, where we're looking at viewing and managing the experience of employees and customers to measure it and determine how to improve it. We then also have the business process intelligence that looks at your business processes as they're running in your production system to see how these can be improved. And then the business network is how you communicate with other organizations digitally. Right. So in sustainability in SAP, so we have our enabler, what we're doing. So I've showed you a little bit about that. And also, in the exemplar, and this is the enabler, what products we have. So we divide it into four main sections. So the first one is zero emissions. So this is climate action. So we have a number of products there. We then have zero waste. This is circular economy. And so we have some products there. And zero inequality. This is about people. Okay, so social responsibility. Once you've done all these, you need to be able to do reporting. You need to be able to show in an auditable fashion what data you have done. What have you achieved in the last year, in the last period? And then importantly, how are you steering your organization with this data? So let's look at this in a little bit more detail. So if we look at the first one, which is zero emissions. So these highlighted blue text here, this is the three products that are available in this area at the moment. And in the second presentation, I will go through this in greater detail. So in the first product here, product footprint management, what we're helping organizations to do there is to determine the greenhouse gas emissions footprint of a product. So today, when you go into a supermarket, you have that nutritional value on a food item. It tells you how much protein there is, how much energy, how much sodium, etc., etc. Well, that's going forward. You're also going to see what is the greenhouse gas emissions for a particular product. So you need to be able to measure that. And this product helps you do that. So measuring your scope 1, your scope 2, and also then bringing together to see what scope 3, what data you have. The other piece is measuring your emissions. So bringing together your emissions from your different systems, different data. It comes together from multiple sources. Okay. And then the last one is sustainable travel. So what you want to be able to do is travel is not just a business expense of an employee submitting some expenses, having a financial value. What you also want to start to capture is what is the impact on the environment of that travel. Because if your organization has a net zero at the macro level, you want to capture the data at the transaction level. And this is a really good example where you want to capture my business expense, my travel, and know what the greenhouse gas emissions are from my travel. Because you want to be able to, at an organizational level, you want to be carbon neutral. Then when we have zero waste, so this is about circular economy. And this first set of products here, this is still being developed. And what we're doing there is looking at sustainability packaging, reporting, extended producer responsibility, and scenario modeling. So the first beta countries have been are busy testing this product at the moment, and this will become available in production as a generally available product early in 2022. What we have available today is rural sourcing management, so helping organizations connect to small-time producers, or in some countries, you also have waste pickers, so plastic pickers. And so this helps you connect with those people. And then the second piece is supplier risk management. So working with organizations, you want to be able to manage what is your risk of dealing with the supplier. So we work with a partner here, and they determine the scoring for an organization. And so that helps you determine who you're dealing with and managing that risk. Then the environmental health and safety. So this is about managing people. So zero inequality. So this is managing health and safety of your people. I'm not going to cover the people management side or managing Qualtrics. So customer engagement, employee engagement. And then the last piece is the profitability and performance management. So measuring what you've been doing in these 4 areas, being able to report on that, and being able to report on that in a systematic way regularly. So I've seen some great reports out at the moment, but they're created manually, and they can only really do them once a year. But what I see happening is that organizations need to do their sustainability reporting at least quarterly, because you want to be able to make steering decisions. And so you want to be able to see what are you actually doing and how can you change direction to improve your performance. So that's there. And these yellow boxes are products we're busy working on and will be released shortly. So how to engage with SAP? So we have a webinar series. We have a sustainability summit, and there's a link here, and you can go and listen to this. So it's really excellent 2-day set of presentations on climate action and circular economy from global experts and SAP. And then lastly, from a set of links where you can go and get additional information. So some free courses that SAP runs, and this Climate 21 community to be able to get regular updates on SAP sustainability. Okay, so that's all I've got time for at the moment, and happy to answer any questions. Thank you very much.